Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to show you today a little bit that I am going to try to get done while Tim is gone. He is over at the other house doing a few things over there today. So I figured I would try to be a little constructive, you know? So anyhow, excuse me. Every little bit I try to get in here and put stuff up and try to rearrange so it's not crazy up in here. I did some where the dogs stay at back there, and I totally forgot to cut my camera on. Ooh, I forgot. So it just hit me today. That's my water pump. I gotta go cut that thing off. Let's go back there and cut that thing off, and I'll show you the back room, what I have done in there so far. And then I'm going to show you the other room that I've got to tackle today. Okay, the light is not that great at all, and you're going to hear Stitch barking because he can see me now. Alright, so this is where the washing machine used to be. And we have the pump. I can't point, y'all. You see it. We have the pump. Hooked up to the cold water side. So when we turn the spigot on in the bathroom, either at the shower or the sink, the water will flow. And there's our trash can here that is holding our water. And Tim's bringing us some water from our other house. I've been having some 6-gallon buckets sit right here, so this will just sit on that instead of on top. I'm gonna see if Tim will build a shelf to stick that board on here, so it's not in the way, because right now it's in the way. So I'm going to see if he will put a shelf up here to get it out of the way. So anyway, listen at him. So anyway, let me show you the other room, which is right there. I'll show you what I've done in there so far. Okay, so here is the doggies' room. And our room where my chest of drawers are at to keep our clothes. And, ow, I'm tripping over dog boxes. So anyway, I made my grandmother's old table. I put a towel up there so it would not get damaged. And I set our battery, our charging machine. And, of course, I've got my little 12-volt bulb up here. And here's a... Oh, I moved everything. I shouldn't have done it. Here's a charger here for Tim's snap-on charger that he uses when he charges his telephone, and something else he's got with that. I don't remember. But there's my battery that I use, the charger and the battery I use for our chainsaw and my weed eater. Let's see if I can't fix this back up here. And, of course, there is the unit we use for the solar back here. Let me see. And over here is our other table that I've got for storage at the bottom. And I put a towel up there to set stuff on so it wouldn't scratch that antique table. Anyway, so that's just our little go-to place for our drill and our charging units. Because those charging boxes right here are what we use when we use our pump. And outside, when we take it out there to either jumpstart a battery or use it to fill up our air for our lawnmower, I've got this little thing here that I hook up to that charging unit so it'll cut on so I can blow up the tires in the lawnmower. But anyway, here's where Popeye, he stays at, and he's got his blankets in there. Stitch stays here, and he hates us when we put him in here. But he's so old, he'll have accidents in the night. So I have to make sure his butt stays in one spot. And Spike stays over here. Of course, they have a nice little carpeted area. I love that rug. It used to be in the living room, but since I moved the bed out of here, I figured I'd put it in here for the dogs. And I have the dog beds here. I got 2 dog beds here. I usually put in the floor when the girls stay back here when I have to go run to town or something. But I've got my grandmother Gert's old table here that was in the kitchen, but I just don't have any room in the kitchen for that right now. And my little blue lantern is hiding over there. We only use that outside, and I do not leave it out there. I hung up Tim's clothes and work clothes and jeans and stuff, and then up top is a bunch of junk. I really need to get rid of that stuff. I'm going to have me a yard sale. Of course, Of course, there on the left-hand side is some bun warmers. I'll never get rid of them. One was my grandmother Gert's, and the other was my Meemaw. I called her Meemaw. And that was hers. So I won't ever get rid of those. But everything else up there is like a toaster, an old coffee maker, and an old crock pot and stuff. I don't need that mess. So I'm going to have me a yard sale one day. But anyhow, that's what's going on with this room. I worked on it yesterday, and that's about as good as we're going to get here. So let's go to the other room, and I'm going to show you the mess I got to do there. Alright, here is the other room. I'm going to do the best that I can to show you, but you kind of see it's a freaking madhouse, y'all. All this junk. I've got to try to find a place for it. This is the closet there. So I'm going to try to neatly cram some of the stuff that you see here in there. So I'll be back. Alright, so before I really get into putting every single thing back where it needs to go, I wanted to show you, I brought some of my stuff that I canned this summer over here. So that way, if we needed something on a quick, we'd have it. And we've already had that all ready. So, anyway, I just wanted to show you. And y'all, I truly miss canning. I have started bringing a little bit at the time over here. So, when I see a deal, I can grab my jars, re-clean them good, and can up some more stuff. I'm telling you, I love it. It helps out. This is what I've got going so far with my canned stuff. I already had this shelf here way before Tim and I ever got together. That scared the crap out of me. That daggummed that cord fell off of my pump right there. Scared the crap out of me. I thought something was coming after me. But anyhow, like I said, here is some of my canned goods. I've got stew beef here. Look at that. I've got it labeled and the date that I did it. But can you see that? Stew beef. That was so good. I'm going to tell you, this is the first time that I have ever canned stuff like that. I have never canned meat. I have never canned soup in a jar or beans, lima beans. I have canned string beans and tomatoes. That's all I've ever canned in jars. So, going in and watching Sutton's Days, and I'll put her in the bottom down here. She is an awesome teacher, and she's got a lot of followers, and I can't remember everybody's name, but once you get in there, if you have not already, and you're interested in canning, check her out. There's a lot of followers that also get in there and do collaborations with her. And it's just truly awesome. I can't express how much she has been such a wonderful teacher in showing us newbies how to can. But anyway, and here's my taters. And they still have the starch on them. Now, I'm going to tell you, I was told, I've never canned potatoes, but I was told, rinse them off gently. And of course, I'll put them in a strainer and let the water, get off of them. And they say you're supposed to still be able to fry potatoes and onions and they'd be just fine. So that's going to be a test right here. I might have to do a video on it. And if I fail, you'll see it. Because that's all I can do is show you what I know that somebody else told me and experiment. So let's see. What else did I can here? Pork. Teresa at Stringfield Ridge Farm. She was telling me about canning pork and how much her husband Lee loves it. He'll just open the jar, pop the jar, and just eat it straight out of the jar. Well, let's see. I've got string beans that I canned, and there's some ham in those. So when you can stuff with meat in it, that has to be 75 minutes, so don't forget that. And of course, the famous ugly chicken. That's what Sutton Days and a lot of the other ones that follow with her call it, ugly chicken. And I actually had some for the first time yesterday, and it was absolutely marvelous. So I want to get some more chicken when it goes on sale and can up some more. And it's so easy to can meat. You just throw you some salt in there. You pack that meat down, throw you some salt in there, and start pressure cooking. It's so easy. Oh, I've got chicken broth in here with some chicken. I had some leftover chicken, but it's more chicken broth than anything. But just little things like that. And canning is so good for you to prepare if you ever have an LCE in your life. And Tim and I did. We've had a couple, a matter of fact. But the last one we had was when Tim got his new job over here to where my parents and my grandparents' place are. And we just got everything and come over here. And that's why we started the Long Acre Rescue. And I wanted to share our time here with you guys and show you the little things that we're going to try to do at this place to bring it back to life. And so anyway, and here is one of the days where I'm trying to clean and get this room a little more organized. My hallway is cram-packed full of junk because I kicked out a lot of the stuff. That's going to stay. That is some stuff my mother had gotten when she ordered something, and it was, that is stuff to keep, stuff from breaking. And that's actually covering up that window back there, because I don't have a curtain for here. That thing that's hanging does go all the way down, but you can still see through. So I put this Chester drawer here that has absolutely nothing in it. Might get rid of it. We don't need it. But right now it's here and it's covering the window. But at some point in time, I might just see if somebody needs it or try to sell it. I really could use the change. So anyway, if I could sell that, then I could put that money into something for here at Long Acre Rescue. So anyhow, I did get the shelf kind of straight. Y'all, these batteries on the bottom were the ones we started with here. I couldn't remember where I put them. And we needed the wires that are on them for the positive and negative. And we looked all over and looked all over. Well, come to find out, Tim had taken the wires off of them. We couldn't remember. But anyhow, so I put a bunch of stuff in the closet, which I'm not even going to worry about showing y'all that. But anyway, so that's what this room has gotten to. You can actually walk in here now. I'm going to put the vacuum back in here. And I'm going to store my pump. This pump right here is a wonderful thing. We ordered this off of Amazon, and what it does, okay, you see that both of the holes are covered. We do that so critters do not crawl in and get in the pump and mess it up. You look at it, there's a little arrow, and it lets you know what way the water flows. So when we hook up one end that's going to suck the water in from wherever. We put the other water hose on the other side for it to flow out into wherever you need it to go. But I truly love that. It saves me from having to climb ladders and get in the back of the truck like I used to have to do, which y'all know my truck went out. I have no transmission yet to put in there. So, we've been getting a little bit of rain, so that's helped, and my friend helps down the street, and I do get my drinking water from my parents' house or when we go to our other place. So, we have really not had a hard time with water issues around here at Longacre Rescue, so that has been good. For our showers and stuff, we're using rainwater, or when we go down the road and get some water out of there. Well, so anyway, I'm going to get in here and get everything placed back, and I'll show you the after in just a minute. All right, I'm really happy I can walk in here, y'all. Let me show you a few of the things that I found while I was in here. This was my grandfather's fishing tackle box, and I'm going to let Tim go through this. Or my dad may want it, I don't know. But anyhow, I opened it and it's full. It's full of stuff. Stuff my granddaddy used to have. All bunch of mess. But anyway, it's memories, y'all. And let's get this thing closed. This one-handed mess, y'all. Let me set it down so I don't drop it. Alright, so back here, I painted this years ago. I mean, it ain't the prettiest thing in the world, but I painted that from my grandmother years ago, and I'm going to see if I can find a place to put it out. And look at this cute little thing. This is a paper towel holder, and on the back, my son made this in school. So I'm going to show that to him. I found that. And this nasty thing here, it has been put up for, I know, 20 years. And it's a food saver. And I'm going to check it out and see if this thing still works. If it does, I'm going to start using it for my freezer stuff. So we're going to check that out. Alright, so you got to see the exciting things that I did today. Anyway, thank y'all so much for coming in and checking me out and seeing just what I got done here at Longacre Rescue. Thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. Please don't forget to check down in the bottom of the description. I have our address. Please send a card. If you have a hat with your channel name, please send it. We will wear one. If you want us to promote you, we would love to do that. Also, our wish list is down there, and let me see. I love the wish list, y'all. Also, please send a card. I'd love to hear from you, and I have a wall that I'm gonna put your cards, and I will let our people know on another video that you sent a card, and share your channel out. And if you don't have a channel, we'll just tell your name if you want us to. So anyway, I just want to let y'all know that. Please like, it helps our channel a lot. Please share with your friends, and y'all have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next video. Bye now.